general manager of the Redwood Clinic in Berkeley, California. He is a professional acupuncturist, and I've actually had that done by him. And he helped me breathe. He's a herbalist, a nutritional therapist, homeopath, and wellness consultant for over 30 years. He has dedicated his time and energy to this work because he loves helping people, me, get better with natural methods. So he will tell you more about him, but he's awesome.
So, my mission is to prevent 1 million cases of Alzheimer's. How many of you are on that journey with me too? Would you like to prevent some Alzheimer's?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. I think it's really important that we all work in that direction. So, I want to thank you for participating in my journey, in my mission. How many of you can see me? Raise your hand. You all see me? Okay. How many of you can hear me? Right. And how many of you can smell me? Sorry. Sorry if you can. Now, I know that you might want to be somewhere else tonight at this moment, but you're here, and I really appreciate that, so I'm going to try to give you lots of value for the time that you're spending here, because each of us has so many heartbeats, and we each have so many breaths. And so, thank you for sharing yours with me, and I will make this as valuable to you as I possibly can. So, and thank you for sharing your heartbeats with all the other people here in this room. So, I want to give let's all give ourselves a round of applause for showing up, because success, they say half of success is showing up. And so you showed up. So hopefully we're all going to learn a lot. And I hope this is going to be motivational for you to take some action. So first of all, I want you all to put your hand on your heart. And can you feel your heart? Can you feel it? Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. Okay. Now I want you to put your hand on your head. And can you feel your thinking?
No.
I can't feel my thinking either. And I want you to reach out and shake the hand of the person next to you. And if you don't have a hand yet, wait for another hand. Everyone shake somebody's hand. Great. So I want you all to kind of feel like a family, a nice group, warm group here. And we're going to try to have some fun tonight. And one of the important things with our brains, all of our brains need to have social connection to develop. When we're growing up, you have to have connection or else you don't develop well. And as we are getting older, and if you start to develop signs of dementia or Alzheimer's, one of the things that happens is people withdraw from other people. And that's partly because they're starting to go, oh, I keep asking the same question, and they feel uncomfortable about the fact that they aren't the way they used to be, and so they tend to withdraw. And so it's important to re-engage everyone in the social activity, because that's one of the ways that you're going to keep your brain fully functioning, and it'll help other people's brains to function quite well. So each little thing that I'm doing here tonight, I'm trying to sort of illustrate what we need to do, and I need to do it too. I mean, we're all in this boat together. Every day in order to continue to keep everything working well. So the question is, I asked, can you see me, can you hear me, can you smell me, and you touch. So what enables us to do that? Any answers?
All of our senses.
Your senses, your brain. Yeah, our brain and our spinal cord. Input goes into our senses. There's some processing that goes on. We figure it out. And then we create some reality inside that we share with others outside. It enables us to move around. And so, do you like being able to enjoy the fresh air and walking in the environment, smelling flowers and eating delicious food? I know that people are. And how about soft caresses, warm kisses, and hugs?
Yes.
Definitely. That is all this. So we want to really preserve the health of our brain and maximize it. in order so that we can continue to enjoy that and have as full of a life as possible. So one of the questions I have for you, I've got a little flyer here, or a little sheet here to hand out. If you could hand those, I'm just going to ask you where you can hand out. It's another way to like meet these other, each other person here. Pass across the aisle too, please. There should be enough for everyone, because I have enough for 150 people.
They're all the way.
They're all going to be here soon, I think. Are they not? So later on, I'm going to tell you a little bit about a discovery session that you could have with me. It doesn't cost anything to see what might be going on with you. And in order to do that, we need your name, your phone number, and email filled out completely on here. But at the top of the sheet, you can see it says, how much is my brain worth? Does everyone have a pen or a pencil? Or a little needle you can stick in your finger and use blood to mark it? I want you to very deliberately write down in that line somewhere there, how much is your brain worth? Is it worth $5? Is it worth $1 million? Or what? I want you to actually think about it. I want your brain to think about how much it is worth. All right? I'll just have you write that down. So I'll give you some examples. Now, obviously, just because a person has a job, that usually, like professional athletes, they have to use coordination of their brain and thoughts and strategy and stuff like that. They might make millions. Does that mean their brain's worth millions? Well, at least. Or politicians. They make millions. There's a lot offshore and stuff like that. Does that mean they're worth millions? Okay, I'll leave that to you to decide. But CEOs, they might make up to billions, right? A lot of other people, actors, teachers, scientists, laborers, sales professionals, real estate agents, sailors, other sales professionals. I don't know what everyone here does, working here in this clinic too, or in this facility, but everyone has great value, and in order to have a job and to get paid, you have to actually perform, typically. And so you're getting paid. So your brain is at least worth the amount that you can bring in. So who wants to tell me what they wrote down on their brain? How much it's worth?
Priceless.
Priceless. I like that.
Me too.
Priceless. Okay. Fantastic. It's priceless, but then again, I mean, you go to a job and you say, okay, pay me priceless. I mean, it's like, you got to come up with something else. It is priceless, and yet there's a great deal of value that being able to function in life brings to other people around us and the world. Now, one of the things that we have to think about is, in taking care of our brain, what will you lose if your brain starts to degenerate? Well, apparently, I mean, I'm no expert, but the cost of care in a memory care facility could be $60,000 or more. What do you think? Is that a good estimate?
Yeah, yep.
And then, and that doesn't even take into account the emotional toll of caregivers. That is hard to put a number on. Many people have to stop working in order to take care of a family member. And so that's lost income too. And that might be thrown into that whole thing about how much is your brain worth. So, who here has taken care of a family member or a friend who has Alzheimer's? At least 50%. Keep your hands up. Now, everyone look around and see who those people are. Okay? So, I don't know if you like hugs, but at the end, when we're doing the book signing and stuff, I want you to go and I want everyone to get at least one hug for taking care of that other person, because boy, it's just like, what a gift they have given us for also helping to take care of that other person. So I want you to do that. And hugging is healthy. There's some personality types who don't like get hugged. They need a big space. But Most people, actually, once you get into it, they like hugs, and that is part of keeping your brain active, getting that touch sensation, all those impulses going into your brain. So, Shirley introduced me a little bit, but I have a little video here that I want to share with you if it's going to work. It says a little bit more about me. Is it going to work? Quick time not available. Okay, let's see. Let me go over to this other file. See if
We know that you or people you know have the desire to make the next years the best of your life. We invited our next speaker here today because of his more than 30 years clinical experience in natural medicine, helping people achieve
I
maximal
participated in
wellness so they
a
can
brain
achieve their
study, that's
goals
what
and
those
purpose in
electrodes
life.
are. It's not my
Over the
usual
course of his
dress up
career, he has
attire.
worked with thousands of patients, from infants to men and women in their 90s and older. Dr. J is the author of 2 best-selling books on dementia and enhancing brain health. He has been invited as a medical expert on over 20 TV news talk shows around the country to help people avoid the mistakes that can lead to Alzheimer's and head injuries. You can see those segments on YouTube by going to the website, theredwoodclinic.com/media-kit. Dr. J has 2 wonderful daughters, 13 and 20, who he is crazy about. They are both bilingual in English and Hebrew. Dr. J is also bilingual, being fluent in Japanese.
Anyone else speak Japanese?
Dr. J lived in Japan for 3 years and translated professionally for 8 years, 5 of those of the National Cancer Institute in Philadelphia. It was in Philadelphia that he was nicknamed Dr. J. Today, Dr. J will guide us through some of the steps he uses to improve people's brain health. He takes people through a scientifically based and thorough evaluation process first. Then he gives a rational, individualized plan with action steps to balance and tone the brain. He calls his 7-step program the Brain Health Process. It is so that you can maximize your brain and heart health for a better life.
Definitely don't want to play it again. Let's go back. Let's go back to the presentation there. So, what happens when you have brain degeneration? When the nerves of your brain, the brain is composed of nerves, it's composed of water and cerebral spinal fluid, and then blood flowing through there too, blood vessels, etc. But what happens? So, on the left is a picture of a CT scan of a normal brain, and on the right is one Alzheimer's. And you can see the large black areas on the Alzheimer's one, and on a CT scan, it will pick up areas of water, or high concentrations of water, and that's what the black part is. So you can see that instead of having nerve cells there, which are more dense, then you have a lot of extra water, cerebral spinal fluid and other things. And I don't know about you, but the last time I had a glass of water, I don't think the glass of water really had much of a memory. And it wasn't functioning much like a brain. So what we want to do is talk a bit about the various factors that you need to address in order to keep your brain cells healthy so you don't get brain degeneration. Is that okay?
Jay, I have a question. So the normal brain does have some water, but
Yes, it does have water.
just minimal.
Definitely. Our whole body is about 72% water, which is why it's important to hydrate and drink lots of water tonight. I mean, there's a lot of water in life. It's a joke. I try to tell a joke. Not everyone gets my sense of humor. I guess maybe it's because I'm Indiana. So what is it like caring for people who have Alzheimer's? Some people have that personal experience, but some don't. This is better. Let's go back to that one.
And I've heard the holes end up looking a lot like cottage or Swiss
Swiss cheese, yeah, that's a good one.
Side,
Oh, yeah, that's
you
right,
know.
we have to go out of this and go over to the other thing.
All right, so I appreciate your saying something about the experience that you had related to Alma.
Can everyone hear that? Is it loud enough for you?
So I've had plenty of family members, my family, so my family suffers from the history of dementia and Alzheimer's, and it's been really difficult to have to deal with that, learning that beginning process of how the family member starts to show symptoms and how you react and deal with that, because you struggle with constantly having to repeat yourself and go through that process. It gets stressful, it's annoying, but you have to learn that it's called, you deal with a lot of patients and having to, just reiterate a lot of things that you're saying, make them feel comfortable. Because they're just as uncomfortable about not remembering things as you are having to repeat yourself. So dementia and dealing with Alzheimer's is a really scary process, because you're realizing that you're losing your loved one and they're not remembering you, and they're starting to remember things that people with dementia,
I ran out of battery in my cell phone, so I had to do it for next day.
yourself, because they're remembering things from the past that specifically, they're going pretty much back in the time and place where they're comfortable with things that they remember. So having to deal with that and learn how they feel and not being able to connect with them, or them identifying you with somebody from the past can be very difficult thing. And
So that's identifying you as somebody who isn't you.
correct. It's somebody that they're comfortable with in their past. It's someone who they've essentially grown up with. A lot of times they regress back to their childhood days and they experience those things that they remember, like their parents, their mother, their father, and they may associate you with that. And at times they can even blame you for things that you may at one point, they may have gotten in trouble for, and you remember. Simple things can trigger those types of memories, and they'll turn around and blame you for those things, and you have no idea what they're talking about, don't know how to respond. So it's really learning how to deal with those things, be able to comfort their loved ones, teach and get them through that process, and try to get them back into their own reality, which is where they are.
So, is Alzheimer's or dementia in your future or the present? Are you having any memory issues? How many of you here think that Alzheimer's and dementia is your future? Might be.
I don't want to think that.
We don't know.
Well, I mean, I'm 57, but my husband's 61, and once in a while we'll walk across the whole house and say, what did we go for? Oh, yeah, go back to where we started and come back, oh, we were looking for the tape, or whatever. And that's happening now, which
Yeah.
never happened before. And unfortunately, my father's mother had Alzheimer's, and I watched it, progress, and she just kept saying, I'm losing it, I'm losing it.
So there are, yeah, that's right, there are a lot of these symptoms of memory lapses or going someplace and go, oh, why did I get here? And if it's a situation where you're distracted by a lot of things, and we do live in a very distracted lifestyle, then it may just be the distractions too. But let's see, let's see, 3, 4, 14. Could you 4 stand up? And let's have you stand up too. So that's 5 people. 1 in 3 Americans dies with dementia. This is what we're looking at. 1 in 8 will have Alzheimer's. And as you know, you can go ahead and sit down. I'm not pointing you people out as being the people who are going to have it, but I'm just saying that when you look at it, it's like this is pretty serious. So it's something that we really need to take seriously. So what do you plan to do about it right now? Well, hopefully some of the suggestions that I'm giving you will be something that's going to prompt you to preserve clarity of your brain and memory and sharpness. You're going to be taking concrete steps. Now, if we want, we can take like a short break. Anyone want some more food? You can get up, get some food.
Yeah, we can take a break.
Yeah. We're going to take a 2-minute break.
2 minutes?
2 minutes. I'm going to time it. And blueberries, for example, are really good for your brain. They have a lot